Good day to all of you children. Today we will see equations of motion in one dimension under constant acceleration. We are seeing equations of motion in one dimension under constant acceleration. Means we want to see what will be the position of body at any time, what will be the displacement of body in a given time interval, what will be the velocity at any time, and what will be the acceleration at any time. Now here, because acceleration is constant, so the question of acceleration at any time does not arise because it is going to remain constant. So we will be more interested in the position of body at a given time t, displacement of a body in a given time interval, and the velocity of body at any given time t. So children, if we start with the definition of acceleration, we know that acceleration is given by v minus vo upon t, where t is the time interval in which the velocity changes from vo to v, t is the time taken, vo is the initial velocity, v is the final velocity. Because it is a case of uniform acceleration, average acceleration and uniform will remain same, so a will be v minus vo upon t. Remember, t is the time taken by the body to change the velocity from VO to V. Please understand. So I write over here the instant of time, the position and the velocity. When time was 0, position was 0, and that is x0. x0 means initial position. We are assuming over here that body is at origin at time t equal to 0, which we call it as xo, and velocity is VO. At time t, the position becomes x and velocity becomes v. Acceleration that always remains same because it is constant throughout. So please understand this table nicely. The time changes from 0 to t, position changes from x0 to x. For timing we are taking x0 as 0 only for our convenience. So displacement will be x minus xo means x minus 0 means x. Displacement will be x, which is actually final position minus initial position. So x minus xo means x minus 0 means x will be the displacement. Velocity changes from vo to v. Acceleration remains same throughout. So a is v minus vo upon t. Take t over here. So at is equal to v minus vo. So v is equal to vo plus at. That is the first equation. Velocity at any time is vo plus a into t. Remember, t is not the instant of time over here, but the time interval in which the velocity changed from vo to v. T is not the instant of time, it is the time interval in which the velocity changed from vo to v. It is a time interval, not the time instant. Please understand. It would have been preferable if you would have written a into delta t. Delta t means t minus t2 minus t1. So t2 minus t1 means t minus 0 means t. Therefore we are writing t over here. Because initial time we have taken as 0. So this is t1 and this is t2. So time taken is t2 minus t1. So t minus 0 means t. So t is actually what? The time interval in which the velocity changed from vo to v. This is very important to understand. T is not the instant of time. It is the time interval in which the velocity is changing from vo to v. Please remember again and again. Now children, if we draw the graph of velocity, v is vo plus at. There is linear relation between v and t. T is raised to 1, v also raised to 1. These two are constants. As time will change, velocity will change. V and t are having a linear relation. T raised to 1 and v also raised to 1. Therefore, the graph of velocity and time will be a straight line. It is a linear equation in two variables. This is one variable, this is another variable. Both are having power 1. Both are having power 1. Both are variables. Time will also change, velocity also will change. So, linear equation graph will be a straight line. And the graph will go like this, children. This is time, this is velocity. At 0 time, if t is 0, when t is 0, velocity is vo. So 0 time velocity is vo. So this is vo, this much. So this point is 0 vo, so this is vo, this much height. and as time will increase, velocity increases linearly like this. This is the time t and this is the point 0v. So if I draw like this over here, this is supposing A, this is supposing B, this is supposing C. This is VO and this is 0v, so this is total V. So this total is V, please understand. So this will be how much? This is V and this is VO. So this will be V minus VO, please understand. This BC distance. This will become V minus VO. Then this is 0 time and this is t time. So this width is t, the time interval. Okay? Now this is velocity versus time graph. We have seen in the previous videos area under the curve. This is the curve of velocity versus time. This much is the curve. Area under this curve will be the displacement that we know. Area under the curve of velocity versus time gives displacement. We saw that. So this is supposing D point and this is supposing E point. So displacement will be area under V versus T curve. That means this will be area of the triangle plus this area of rectangle. This will be the total area. The area of triangle ABC plus area of rectangle ABDE, this rectangle. So area of triangle half base into altitude, half base into altitude. So this will be half T into V minus VO. This rectangle, this is how much? VO sorry, and this is T. This is VO and this is T. So that is VOT. Delta X means X minus XO. XO is 0. So X becomes equal to half T into V minus VO plus VOT. Like this we get. Now what will be V minus VO? That will be AT from equation 1. See V minus VO, if I take VO this side, so V minus VO will be AT. So I am writing over here. VO minus V will be AT, that is 1A. So using 1A, I will get X equal to half T AT plus VOT using 1A. So X becomes equal to VOT plus half AT square plus half AT square. This is another equation. So equation of X is actually displacement. This X is this much displacement. So displacement in time interval T, again T is time interval over here, not the instant of time. T is the time taken by the body. So displacement in time T will be X equal to VOT plus half AT square. That is another equation. Okay, coming back to this equation again. X is equal to half T V minus VO plus VOT. So I can write it as half. See, if I take T common, I have VO minus upon 2 plus VO. This will be 2 will go over there. This will become V plus VO upon 2. And now children, this is just like x1 plus x2 upon 2. Two variables are given to us, x1, x2. Two observations are given to us, x1, x2. So what is the mean of those observations? x1 plus x2 upon 2. So this is like that, V plus VO upon 2, sum of observations upon total number of observations. So this is average velocity. So X will be T into V bar, where V bar will be V plus VO upon 2. And children, remember, this we can do only in case of constant acceleration. Under constant acceleration, only you can write V plus VO upon 2 as V bar, otherwise you cannot write. Here we know acceleration is constant. Therefore, V bar will be V plus VO upon 2. Otherwise, average velocity is always found out as displacement upon time. So, average velocity formula is always displacement upon time. That is a standard formula applicable under any condition. But when your acceleration is constant, you can get average velocity as V1 plus V2 upon 2. where v1 is the starting velocity, v2 is the final velocity. Otherwise, formula for average velocity is always displacement upon time taken. Average velocity is displacement upon time taken, valid under every condition, whether acceleration is uniform or non-uniform. But when your acceleration is uniform, average velocity can be found out very easily. Initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2, please remember. The x is t into v bar, like this also we can think. So this is another equation for us, 3. And now if I put t over here, see what will be t from here? V minus Vo upon this will be t, that is 1b. If I use equation 1b over here in 3, x is t into v plus Vo upon 2. So x becomes, what is t? V minus Vo upon a. And that is v plus Vo upon 2. That we are using 1c, I think. 1b, sorry. We have used 1b. 1b, that instead of t we are writing this. V minus Vo, v plus Vo. So x becomes v square minus Vo square upon 2a. So finally we have got 2ax equal to v square minus Vo square. So this is equation number 4, children. So we have got actually 4 equations. First equation was about velocity, v equal to Vo plus at. Second one was of displacement, that is Vot plus half at square. Then x was t into v plus Vo upon 2, and 2ax is equal to v square minus Vo square. These 4 equations of motion are there with us for uniform acceleration. If 0 is not the initial position, then displacement will be x minus x0. So instead of x, we have to write x minus x0. So instead of x, we will have to write displacement x minus x0. If 0 is not the initial position. If I write x minus x0, the x will become how much? x0 plus Vot plus half at square. This will become x equal to xo plus t into v plus Vo upon 2. This will be get final position if the initial position is not x0. So using graphs, children, and basic common sense, we have derived the 4 equations of motion in one dimension in case of uniform acceleration. Now we will see the integration method to get these equations. Please pause and copy. Okay, children. Now see, we begin the method of calculus to get these equations. We know that A is equal to dv by dt. So A dt becomes dv. Dt I take over here. Now dt and dv, I integrate both the sides. A dt becomes integration of dv. Children, when time is 0, the velocity is Vo. Initial time, dt means we will take limits of time, and dv means we will take limits of velocity. Please understand. dt, limits of time, time changes from 0 to t. So when time is 0, velocity changes from Vo to v, we know that. So when time is 0, velocity is Vo. When time is t, velocity is v. Now let us integrate. A is constant, A will come out. dt from 0 to t, that will be dv from Vo to v. dt, that integration is t, because you know dx will be x, dy will be y, dv will be v, integration. So dt integration will be t from 0 to t, dv will be v from Vo to v. So first the upper limit minus the lower limit, so this becomes t minus 0 equal to v minus Vo. So at becomes v minus Vo. So v equal to Vo plus at, the first equation we get. Then similarly, we know that velocity is dx upon dt. So v dt becomes dx, and v is Vo plus at. So Vo plus at dt equal to dx. Now I integrate VO plus AT dt equal to dx. When time is 0, supposing the position is x0, and when time is t, the position is x supposing. Now we integrate. See, VO is constant. For k, what is the integration kx? For k, what is the integration kx? So for VO, it will be VOT because you have dt. You understand like this? What is integration of k dx? That is kx. So what will be integration of VO dt? VOT. Just like k dx kx, so VO dt will be VOT. This A is constant. For t, it will be t square upon 2 from 0 to t. 1 dx means x from xo to x. So first, wherever there is t, put t, and then wherever there is t, put 0. So VOT plus half AT square, 0 and 0, that is x minus xo. So x minus xo displacement becomes VOT plus half AT square. That is the second equation that we got. Displacement is VOT plus half AT square. Then the third one, children, you know that A equal to dV upon dt. This can be written as dV upon dx, dx upon dt, multiplying and dividing by dx, we can do that. So A becomes dV upon dx, dx upon dt is V. So A dx will become V dV. And now we integrate both the sides. When time is 0 or when the position is x0, initial position, velocity is VO, and that is the time t equal to 0. When position is x0, initial position, initial velocity VO. Final position x, final velocity V. A is constant, integration of dx x from xo to x. Integration of V, V square upon t from VO to V. So put the values. Ax minus xo equal to half I take outside, wherever there is V put V, then VO. So this will become V square minus VO. Take over here, 2a into xo minus xa will be V square minus VO square. This is the third equation that we got. So using calculus, we got all the three equations of motion. Remember children, this very important equation. A is equal to V dV upon dx. This will be very, very useful. This equation, whenever there will be a non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion means acceleration will be changing. Whenever acceleration will be changing, this method will be more beneficial as compared to the graphical method. So this method will be applicable only even if the acceleration is changing. But that method can be applicable, that graphical method, only when acceleration is uniform. So therefore, this calculus method, this integration method has been taught to you. So that was about deriving the equations of motion using two different methods, graphical method and the calculus method, the method of integration. Thank you and God bless you children.